Hello and welcome back. We are getting started with our second season here on YouTube. I'm super excited about it. The first season with our Witcher recipes went really well. And now we're gonna change it up just a bit. So we did a bunch of cooking and main meals for our last YouTube series. But this time, we're gonna go ahead and be doing some Star Wars drinks from both the Legends as well as canon lore. And we will be taking you guys along for the journey. So sit back, relax, and we will go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so to make the blue bantha milk, it's pretty simple. So this one is a bit of my own recipe, but the inspiration is definitely from Galaxy's Edge. This is going to be truly a mixed drink. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start and get our rum measured out and then our pineapple juice and go on from there. So we're just gonna go ahead and start, since we are doing this for a larger batch, we're gonna use bigger measuring cups. So pretty well equal parts here for pineapple juice, rum, and Blue Curacao. But one nice thing is if you're doing this big batch, it's just 1 can of coconut milk. So pretty simple there. We want to make sure that these measurements are pretty accurate. So get down there, double check, make sure your pour is right, especially when you're coming to alcohol, because let's be honest, this stuff can really sneak up on you. If you guys check out our streams on Twitch, nowadays we're doing them Mondays and Thursdays with the occasional Saturday. Oops, wrong tool. Actually, regular, just wrong application. Yeah, we've had this on that channel a time or two, and it always turns into a good time. So the next thing we're going to add here is our pineapple juice. So this really kind of makes it more into a tropical drink. You might be saying it's yellow. How are you going to get blue bantha milk with yellow? We're a little over on that, so. There. This is kind of a fun part, so make sure to watch really close on this. It just absolutely lightens that up. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna make sure all that's out of there. We're gonna use, we're gonna measure out a rum, then use the cup, kind of get the rest of this rum, or excuse me, the Blue Curacao, and we'll wash down the inside of that can with our cup of Blue Curacao. God, that's a brilliant blue. Let me move this over here so you guys can see that a bit better. Alrighty, almost there. We're gonna go a little heavy on that because we went a little heavy on the pineapple juice. We want to balance that out. Let's see. Yeah, we should be about good. Let me go grab a spoon and then we'll be good to go. Alrighty, here we go. I'm gonna give this a nice little mix in here. And then, all right, guys, you ready? You ready for the magic to happen? Now that is a beautiful shade of blue. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely outstanding. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna now go ahead, throw this in the fridge, and let it chill out for a little bit and make our green bantha milk. All right, guys, we'll be right back in just a second. Alrighty, we're back to make the green bantha milk now. Now this is gonna be a little bit different, obviously, than the last recipe because there's no alcohol. So this is gonna be very similar to what you would see at Galaxy's Edge, the Disney park for Star Wars. And it's gonna be basically a smoothie. So what we did is we cut up some mango, some bananas, some Golden Delicious apples, honeydew, and then threw in some spinach, put it in a freezer bag, let it get nice and chilly. And then we've got our coconut milk, our rice milk, orange juice, and pineapple juice to round everything out. And then it's optional to add some sugar in. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar in for today's recipe, but I've made it without. It really isn't necessary. It does make it a little bit more of a treat than a healthy snack. All right, let's get started. Alrighty, so this next part is pretty easy, especially if you do this pre-portion part. You can do this as a bit of your normal meal prep and just go ahead and cut up some fruit while you're getting everything else set for your week. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this cut on open here, and we're just gonna dump the whole thing into the bag, or into the blender. Ooh, hopefully our blender's big enough. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add our can of coconut milk here. This is really gonna give it that kind of nice, luscious, silky kind of texture. Words are hard. We'll get that poured out in. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a cup of our rice milk in next. We'll do this in frame. Alrighty. Slowly go ahead and add that. Awesome. We still have a little bit of coconut milk in there. We're gonna go ahead and grab that now that some of the stuff has kind of melted down. And then we're gonna have to blend this down now. All right, ready for the loudness? Now we're not gonna get a whole lot of our color in with this fast because we need the other juice. So we're just trying to kind of knock this down a little bit. All right. Getting there. Slowly open this, open that front lid so it doesn't spray out everywhere. That would be tragic. And then set that off to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and get our orange juice here. And we're gonna go ahead and use about a cup of orange juice. Man, we are really not gonna have room for all of this. Sometimes you're used to your normal home equipment, but like I said in my last video, we're not cooking in my kitchen. We're actually up at my parents' house, which I am very grateful that they're letting me cook here, but I still am getting used to everything. So pardon me if I am clanking around a little bit and don't seem like I quite know what I'm doing just yet, but we're getting there, we're getting there. All right, what we're gonna probably end up doing is pulling some of this out, and then we'll do it in 2 batches. That tastes good already. All righty. Here we go, making a big mess. I'm sure they'll love that. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go pour about half of this out so we can get the rest of the fruit in there, the juice, and then we'll get it mixed up and good to go. So see you in a second. All right, so we've kind of fixed our mess up. We've got a good majority of it in the cup. We got the rest of the fruit in the blender, and we've kind of got to blend it up. We're just gonna go ahead and add the last little bit of juices here, and we should be good to go. So we're gonna get this OJ in here, and then we've got just a splash of pineapple juice. Oh, I am being so dainty with this. Goodness gracious. All right, we're gonna take our little mixer here and see if we can't get some of that OJ down into what's now turning into a mess. Just wait until we get to the final product. I promise you, it's gonna taste a lot better than it looks right now. There's always issues, right? There's always issues. And then guys, all you're gonna do, just a tiny splash of pineapple juice. All right, so we're gonna set that to the side. We're gonna get this mixed up before we go ahead and add the sugar. All right, sweet. We're safe, we got it, we're good, I think. Now we're cooking. Here we go, guys. Starting to look a little bit better. We probably shouldn't have let the spinach thaw as much as we did. Makes it a lot tougher to blend. It's a lot tougher to blend the spinach when it's not completely frozen, so you do get a little bit of chunks. It's okay, you don't notice them. Here we go. Oh goodness. Alrighty, here we go. Fingers crossed the rest of these episodes that are gonna be in this season will go a heck of a lot smoother. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add just over a quarter of a cup of just normal granulated sugar. You could use like simple syrup if you wanted to keep it drinky, or you could use really any sort of sweetener. I'm sure if you wanted to try to keep it more on the healthy side, you could do honey. Honey would be a great option. All right, now that that's nice and mixed up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour out a good majority of this to put this back in. Mix it all back up, and we're gonna play well, I guess the cup game, trying to get this all sorted. And then we're gonna have to get everything cleaned up and then ready to try. So let's see what we've got here. Rest of the goodies here. All right, now we're gonna pour that all back in there. God, this Frankenstein of a concoction here, man. All right, sweet, here we go. Yikes, get that back on there, boom. We got it, guys, all right. We are in complete control. All right, now that we're getting that blended back down. All right. Now we're gonna play one more cup game here, and we should be good to go. Very precisely, because I'm a professional, guys. I'm definitely just spilling everywhere. It's great, it's great. Yeah, that's, all right, we're good, sweet, here we go. And we will see you when we get this all plated up? We don't do plated up on drinks, do we? First drink episode, I don't know what to call it. Once we get this glassed, cupped, poured, help me out, put some in the comments below. Alrighty, so they're finally done. We've had the blue Bantha milk chilling out in the fridge, and we have our green Bantha milk, well, cleaned up because it was more over the counter than anywhere else. One of the nice things is with this green Bantha milk, because it is completely a fruit-based smoothie, what you can do is if you have like some silicone ice molds, you can go ahead and throw those into those molds, freeze them. You can, put maybe like a popsicle stick in there, have a nice healthy popsicle treat. Or what you can do is freeze them up and then throw them in your blender later, add a little bit of rice milk or coconut milk and blend them up and you're good to go. So super good. Let's go ahead and give these a try because we have been suffering through the green Bantha milk. I think it's only fair that we try that first. A lot of faith in this, and if it's anything like what it was at Galaxy's Edge, I know it's gonna be amazing. Okay, dang. Some tasting notes. So you can taste almost all of the individual fruits. The only fruit that I don't really taste a whole lot is the banana. And I think that's because the coconut, the pineapple and the orange really kind of blend it out, and it kind of more becomes a texture. It kind of helps with that velvety texture in your mouth, which I think the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge green Bantha milk really does a good job of. You definitely don't taste the spinach. You don't really notice it. You got to be careful. You maybe get one in your teeth or something like that. But who cares? Let's give it another go. Okay, so the other thing that I'm really noticing is with adding the sugar to this one, it is a lot sweeter. It does kind of really pack that punch of the different juices that are in there with the orange juice and pineapple juice. And it's nice, it's light, it's refreshing, like it's not heavy at all, but I feel like if I were to drink this whole glass right now, I'd be very full. All right, now let's give let's give this guy a try. So this is a Blue Bantha Milk. This was the Blue Curacao rum and coconut milk. Really simple. Mix it all up. Looks really cool. You can see it's got that perfect Blue Bantha Milk color. Whew. Especially with this not being an alcoholic drink, this one really packs it. It's very rum forward and rum and coconut. It's very pina colada like, and I would almost go as far to say as it's a blue pina colada. If you added some pineapple juice, or excuse me, if you added some orange juice maybe. But yeah, nonetheless, really, really good. Definitely a sweet one. I would say maybe a glass half this size would be enough, but still pretty good. Like I said, I've had this one before. It's gonna be that one that sneaks up on you. You're gonna be sitting there watching, rewatching Kenobi for the 12th time, and be kicking these back, and you're not gonna be able to stand up when you get done. So please be careful, please always drink responsibly, and as always, see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check us out on Twitch Mondays and Thursdays. Also be sure to keep an eye out for our Patreon that's coming. Super exciting. Thank you so much and see you next time.